All right, so personal development. I'm currently listening to the 5 Second Rule, and I think it is fabulous. It's got me going and not procrastinating and overcoming fear and anxiety. And now the chapter I'm getting ready to listen to is about finding your passion. So I'm really, really excited. But the compound effect is really good when you're getting started. And there's tons of other ones. Sarah Whitney, what were you going to say about the 5 Second Rule?
Yes, I'm a little further behind on the 5 Second Rule than what you are. I'm listening to the audiobook, and I love it. She's so easy to listen to, and I'm to the chapter, I think I'm around chapter 3 or 4, but she's just getting ready to introduce more about how to utilize the tool. So I'm excited about that because lately I've even been struggling with just being guilty of hitting the snooze button like I haven't even been processing like, oh, I should use the 5 Second Rule right now. So I'm excited to get her techniques and see, it should be easy, but like she says, it's still a work in progress. You have to apply it, and then it becomes easier. So super excited. Like, this has probably been one of the most engaging personal developments I've listened to in a while. Miracle Morning was also really good. I feel like that one really did help me propel on even some personal goals that we had, like for our house, some home improvements, just some things I was delaying on, and just, being aware of your goals and conscientious and visiting those every day. So I do like that one. And then the 10X rule was another one that maybe for further down the line. I don't think it's necessarily one that you would need to start off on as a new coach. But I think the Miracle Morning and the 5 Second Rule, I haven't listened to the one you suggested, the Compound Effect, but I do think those are good beginning personal development if you're just getting started with coaching.
Megan, do you have anything to recommend?
Well, right now I'm listening to You Are a Badass. And I'm almost finished with that one. And it's really good. I listened to it on the way home to pick up Marley. And it's funny because, you read things and I don't know, you kind of just glance over them. But like when I'm listening to it in the car, I'm like, hey, you know what? That has happened today. I can always relate it back to something that's going on in my day. So it's kind of nice to listen to those in the car on the way home. But I like it. I think it's a really good book.
Mm-hmm.
So. I do have Get Over Your Damn Self. I do have that too, but I have that in paperback form. And I think I've only have these 2 books, but I kind of like the Audible versions than the paper.
Mm-hmm.
I like paper books, but for these books, I think I like Audible better. I can work it into my schedule better.
Yeah. Another really good network marketing book that's similar to Get Over Your Damn Self is GoPro. And it was really good. And it was engaging. I listened to it like 4 or 5 times. Okay. Now, I still need to go back and listen to it again because I don't do everything he says to do. It is a really good one. So this personal development books, and then I went off of it. The National Wake Up Calls are awesome. So on podcast, you can download the Beachbody podcast for the National Wake Up Call. And this week was really good. The girl Joan talked about telling your story and how to break down in pieces and really dig deep into your story. And she talked about when she was in high school and she had this teacher and she had to write, he told her to write about a certain subject, and then she would turn in her draft and he would look at the draft and say, okay, this one sentence, I want you to take this one sentence and I want you to write 2 pages about this one sentence. Give me more detail about what this is. And she's really taken that, and that's what she's done with her post, is she thought about that teacher and how he would say, take that one thing. And that really struck to me because I will a lot of times try to make this big long post, or I just do an overview instead of getting really deep. And like last night, yesterday, I felt like I did better because I listened to that call. But I did my post about, specifically about cereal and ice cream and going downstairs to watch baseball when I was little. And now I'm eating this yogurt instead of eating ice cream. But, I tried to focus in on one thing. And so it was the National Wake Up Calls. You can listen to all of them. I mean, there are tons of them, but they're always really good too. The first 3 minutes of announcements and hearing what's coming out and what's big for the week. So I always try to listen either Monday afternoon or Tuesday morning. And then I usually skip over the recognition because that can sometimes be 5 minutes, and then get into the meat of it. And then there's also a podcast for Shakeology. And that's a really good one too, to get more information, because one of the calls that I was on recently too was talking about posting about Shakeology daily, and not just saying it's a yummy shake and it's easy. And that's what I typically post. I got out the door again today fast because I got my shake. But it was, he was talking, one of the regional trainers was talking about, again, digging deeper and talking about Shakeology a little bit deeper, and doing that by researching and looking at the different ingredients. And there's actually charts and stuff that you can pull up even if you just Google Shakeology ingredients. There's a little chart that tells you like the ingredients and what that helps to curb or reduce. And so I'm like, ooh, I need to talk more about that. And I need to listen back to those podcasts to pull a few things out of them. And I did post Isabella talking on a live video the other day. It's like an hour long. I haven't listened to all of it. It's hysterical though. If you haven't looked at it, have you seen the picture of her? It looks like
she doesn't have any clothes on. I was like, is she wearing a top?
She always has wardrobe malfunctions. Doesn't she, Sarah Whitney? So, the first thing, she's like, oh, I really messed this up. I should not have worn this too top. I am not naked. And I'm like, this excuse is only go get a shawl or something. So
I was thinking she should probably lower the camera so you can actually see that she has a top on or something. I don't know.
She sits there the entire time and she looks like she's naked.
Yeah.
But she has a really good story, and she tells her story and gives more detail too than what she told in the Dominican. So those podcasts are really good. And again, something else that I'll listen to. And then the Beachbody Champions Facebook group is a really good one right now, because they've got a lot of people doing videos and so forth. Sometimes it can get overwhelming though with too
I just joined that one.
Yeah. So, but if you feel like you don't have enough information, definitely go there. But then don't spend all your time either saying, okay, I did my Beachbody work because I listened to that. So it's really great to do it when you're driving or when you're washing dishes or when you're folding laundry or whatever the case may be. And I've even found YouTube on my TV now. How I missed that app for like years. Courtney watches it and dances to stuff. And then the other day it was on YouTube, and I was like, I bet I could watch the summit videos from YouTube on my big screen TV while I fold laundry and drink my Energize for 10 minutes in the morning before I work out. But not anymore, because we're at 45 minutes this week. So anyway. When I go back to 30 minutes, I'm like,
yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
I know. I thought tonight I was like, I thought to myself, 30 minutes, I'll have so much more time.
Yes. The other thing he said about talking about Shakeology is to talk really about how nutrition is 80% of results, and that if you need to focus on your nutrition and your meal planning, and of course incorporating Shakeology into your meal planning makes it easier and when you're starting with meal planning. But to really just focus on nutrition, because you want those reoccurring Shakeology orders. You're not going to have a reoccurring order of a workout because of the annual all access. So you really want to focus on getting those reoccurring Shakeology orders and keeping the customers in the challenge groups. So I think that's it. It's really about inviting and just finding new people. And that's my thing I was thinking about tonight. And I've still got to figure out Instagram. Because even when I look at like the people I have on Instagram, like I feel like when I look through the 600 people that I have on there, a lot of them are the same people I'm already talking to on Facebook. There's a few that are different, but I really want to expand to people I don't know. I really want to expand to like a code market. But when I look at the people I don't know, I feel like they're just pages, not actually people. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I have that too.
Yeah.
So how do I find that people are following me and it's not just bloggers and their pages?
I think I have not done it yet, but I think Alyssa was Shoemaker, for those that don't know, one of the top coaches, but she was talking about like going, for example, like if you just think of things that you like outside of fitness, because if you go to the fitness pages, you're just going to keep getting more fitness people. And I feel like that's who's liking my stuff. It's like people that are already into their own fitness routines. But like, for example, if you like to shop at Pottery Barn, to go to Pottery Barn and then see like who's commenting or liking different posts of theirs and then requesting to follow those people. And then in return that they follow you back, like to kind of think of it that way. And even, I think that's been suggested even with Facebook, and I have tried it more through Facebook than I have Beachbody, but I'll go to like some of the different stores I know I like to shop at. And then if I see a post, I'm like, ooh, like, I think that's really pretty, or whatever the case is. And I'll see who's commenting and I'll kind of just click through those people and say like, is this somebody I would feel comfortable sending a friend request to, like, just that quick judgment section, seconds of looking at their profile. So those are the suggestions I've heard. I'm sure there's other ways to go about it too, but.
Yeah, and I do that on Facebook. I just haven't figured out how to do it on Instagram, other than like doing the hashtag on the computer and finding people that are using that same hashtag, and that just seems to take forever.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just I need to practice it, but anyway, I go to events a lot. Like when people invite me to an event, or even like if there's a big event, like Ballet Under the Stars or whatever it is that's coming up. Like there's tons of people going to that. So I'll look at it and see if there's people. I mean, most of the people on there are going to be dance moms, and they're going to have multiple kids, and most of them are going to have girls. So we're going to have a lot of stuff alike. And then I'll click through and see if we have mutual friends, because it's going to show me if we have mutual friends. And so, yeah, I'll friend request a lot. But I do also look and say, okay, Sarah Whitney's a friend of theirs. I'm not going to friend request them because she already knows them. And sometimes I'm like, with another coach, like a nearby coach, I kind of go back and forth, like Mona. I'm like, oh, this person's already friends with Mona. But then I'm like, maybe I should friend request them, because maybe they don't, Mona's 10 years older than me. So maybe they don't relate to Mona like they would relate to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to take people from her, but I also don't want to hold people back if they're never going to like relate to her. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and then that's like, sometimes I'm like, oh, Mona's reaching out to somebody that I'm trying to reach out to. But I'm like, they're going to respond back to the person that they just gravitate towards anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's not really competition, but I get competitive. But anyway, so the point is, invite people, follow up with people, add people, and then build relationships with them. That's really the key.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anybody have anything else?
No.
All right. Do we want to try to do weekly Zooms? Do you think we can do a weekly Zoom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Want to go on and schedule for next week?
Mm-hmm.
You want to stick with Wednesday, or do you want to try to go with your own schedule, Sarah Whitney?
I can be accommodating. Aaron works Tuesday and Friday next week, but if Wednesday is a better day for the group, then I can make it work.
We have got Haze Craze next. I think it's next Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday. Can't remember. I'll have to check my calendar.
Okay.
Okay, you want to ask Amy and Stephanie if Tuesday or Wednesday would be better for them?
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
just, maybe we can just comment in our group, and Megan, you can just let us know. I can send a message through that, and then Megan, you can chime in and once you check your schedule too.
I can tell you here in just a second.
Okay.
The 8th. So was that Tuesday?
It's Tuesday.
Yeah, I've got that on Tuesday night.
So really it's Monday, Wednesday, or Thursday. Is that kind of what we have open?
Well, and I have back to school night on Thursday.
Okay. Mine's on Friday, so Monday or Wednesday. Okay. I can just, if Wednesday works for you all, I can post those 2 days and ask the other ladies.
Wednesday's probably better because the Dream Team weekly meetings on Monday,
That's true.
and I try to get on those. Those are another good thing to listen to.
Okay.
But
So
if you need to do
9:30
Monday, I can always do the recording of it.
Zoom call 9:30 on Wednesday.
I may be able to just go in and make this one a reoccurring. So it's just the same link. So, and I'm going to put a lot of the stuff on the Demotivate and Shake just so we don't have to create another group. So, and Lara was trying to get on Team Cup Team, but it just didn't work.
Yeah, I was getting confused if people were looking for people or looking to put people with teams.
I know. I should have just signed her up as an individual person, but anyway. All right. Well, have a good night.
Good night.
Thanks, girls. Bye.
Thanks, Ashley. Bye.
Bye.